Hello, Leslie in Tasmania. That's amazing to have you as part of Quantum Mantras, being a founding member. Thank you so much for being a part of it. What were you hoping to gain or shift from the program?
Well, I very much resonated with the coils and the light energy. I've always been into energy. Having a particular brain wiring where I didn't read and write, I understood energy. So light energy, any sort of energy, I got that communication. Not really knowing what was there for me or what I was going to discover, but I had a particular intention to have life a little easier, effortless, and filled with grace. And at 72 years of age and recreating myself again, I thought, wow, this is just like another magical ingredient. It was like an infinite possibility that I didn't know what was there for me, and most of all being you. And so that was the draw card.
Oh, beautiful. Well, how after, we're only what 20 weeks in, really. We just launched our 20th week. So we have 52 weeks total. So there's a lot of fun things to still be seen and shown. But how has been your journey so far? Has it delivered on your hopes of being in more flow, having more joy, being more present, etc.?
All of those has a tick in the box for me, and there is more ease in my life. Life hasn't changed dramatically, as in like life still showing up, but I'm finding my navigational skills and the way I move through, the way I deal with things that just pop up. There's more ease, there's more of everything that I want. In comparison to previous 70 years, there was more of all the things I didn't want and the struggle of trying to manage my way through that. It creates a different sort of movement. It's not, for me, life had previously been very chaotic. And so I found it slowed all of that down. I mean, I've spent a 50-year professional industry in psych nursing, so always there's been a lot of chaotic um, movement within that industry of nursing, and particularly psychiatric nursing, the movement of the mind and habits and programs. This has allowed me easier.
The word coherence comes to mind because you said chaos before. So it's kind of like the opposite of chaos. It puts things in coherence because frequency, it can be chaotic, but it can
Yeah.
be coherent. I remember when you started our very first meeting, and one of the concerns you had before you signed on was the challenge of tech. How did you take on that challenge and how do you feel about it now?
Well, to start with, I took it on my usual way and I hammered my way through trying to get it right, trying to get the information. The trying was energetically, all that trying seemed to jam me up in some way. But over the staying with the program and staying consistent on the information and staying very present, like even when I was in desperate mood and I'd fly off an email to you and just couldn't find my way. And but I've come to a place of, I'm very gentle and kind to my brain when it just can't assimilate the data. So I slip back to myself and think, what can I do now? Have some mantras for myself. But things have changed. Like It's like there's not that chaotic response. I have more harmony within myself to manage that and have a different outcome. And quite often, well, mostly it's a very joyful outcome, like an unexpected outcome. So even if I've gone off track and somehow I just find my way back again and my whole physical body is more in harmony.
Mm. I think you said present, I'm present with it. And I think one of our earliest mantras was I am present,
Yeah,
because it's from presence that get the results that we seek, or even better.
yes. One thing about it, soon as I hit that place, it's not working or I'm not getting the result, I'm able to shift gears, backtrack a little, and find another path, go another way. So that's been very, very helpful for me as well to put all that into place.
It always works out, doesn't it? I was wondering if what you got out of it, perhaps that you didn't expect, anything that surprised you.
I think that I would reach this place because it's something of didn't matter which course, training, book, whatever, studies, I've always looked for this place because I knew it was there. And it's a place within inside myself, but seemingly we go outside to find it,
Mm.
even if it's just to the screen. But being able to come back inside myself and hold the tension of inside and outside together, simultaneously, and really just allow that next moment to present itself. That's really what I got that I hadn't had the expectation for.
Oh, that's beautiful. And how do you use the mantras? Do you use it in the morning when you wake up? Do you use it throughout the day? What's your journey with it?
As often as I can because it's like something that's so good and so yummy for me. It's like yummy honey. And it's like, if I have a vacant moment in my mind and I notice there's a tendency to be wandering to a worry or just wandering aimlessly, it's like as quick as I can catch it, it's like I pull it back, put a mantra on. If I'm going for a walk, I love to make great use of time. And I don't like, if you was to say, what's the one thing you don't like, Leslie, it would be waste. So I explore all the time with the mantras and I'll go for a little bit of time and I won't have them on. And then I'll just have them on hourly. And then I'll play one after the other and run them all through just because I can. And
Nice.
other times I'll just go to sleep and I'll have them all on, just
Wow.
running. And I think, oh, wow, I'll let them do me now. So I do them and they do me.
True. And do you ever use just the phrase of I am and let that realign you and shift you, because it's so much quicker than pressing play, even though it's just 5 minutes? Have you played with the phrase by itself?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And particularly if I come to a situation where there feels a little bit of a bumpy road, I then pull them straight in. It doesn't seem to matter to me and to my brain wiring which one I use. That was very interesting. So it didn't matter whether I'm on, I am presence or I am gratitude. It's like it's happy to have the alignment and then somehow it does the work unconsciously with me. It does me. So this was particularly good for me. Just knowing that it was working was enough.
Yeah, because it does, rewire unconsciously, and you don't have to know what it's doing. You don't have to hear everything. And so we all have a different experience of it. Some clients just follow word for word, and some just turn it on and know it's doing its thing. And so here's a
Yeah.
tough question for you. Do you have a favorite so far?
I do have a favorite, but I have very little memory. So what was the last one we had?
I am powerful. There was self-trust, integrated, unconditional love, self-love, forgiveness, magnetic, worthy, confidence, abundance, joy, supported,
Yes, I used them
almost
all, but I think
ready.
integrated was a particular one. Integrated.
Integrated was about integrating your separate parts that
Yeah,
are having like an internal fight
yeah.
within that are preventing you from just going for it, from just being. And they're just saying, yes, you can, no, you're not, or
Yeah.
that. And when they work together, then we're in flow.
Yes, the integrated one was one in particular because what I do in the world, when I think I'm in harmony with me, and then suddenly someone or something out there turns up that I'm not in harmony with, or there's a bit of a rift energetically happening, the I am integrated is very helpful for me because it allows that fight and flight to settle back down within my nervous system and I can relax. It's like it reduces the threat in some way when I'm interacting with others.
That is important. And definitely I could see how that is very helpful in life, especially when working, dealing with others. If you were suggesting this to someone, who would you say this is for?
It is for everyone, all of humanity, I would say,
Mhm.
but in particular for the success of it really working to the best, anyone with interest. And when I say interest, someone a little outside the norm structure, or someone that thinks a bit broader. I think the success of it is the awareness to what's lateral thinking. That's
It's open to receive all
yes,
that's possible, perhaps.
yes,
Whereas some people would just say this is the outcome I need to have, where you're
yes.
like, oh, it's going to do an array of things. Be open to receiving that. I mean,
Anyone that has an interest, the what it actually does, there's a beautiful opportunity there for expansion and growth. That's what I say.
you're also in
Thank you so
the I Am Superconscious group.
Yes,
How did you enjoy being in that group?
I very much enjoyed being in that group. I love your work, Galit. Through the superconscious work, I can see it's my genius gift. I suppose Dr. Wayne Dyer told me many years ago that it was all on the way, particularly when it seemed it was in the way. He would say to me, Leslie, it is still on the way as well. Even the in the way is part of the way. And I so resonated.
How true. What words of wisdom. And thank you for being a part of my group and participating in it
And
with
if I may
me along
share
with
one
you.
last little thing, Galit, just before I came to your group, intuitively I got it because I was asking, what am I going to do now at 72? What am I going to do with the rest of my life? And if I'm still here, I want something to do. And it's like, oh, intuitively I got it that I was going to be the new superconscious medicine woman. And I thought, oh wow, how is that all going to happen? And but I was very curious and I loved that idea because I've had all of my years in the medical field, 53 years. It's like a job, really. It's a job landed in my lap. That's what you're going to be. That's the next things that's on it's the next chapter of your book. And I thought, well, how's all that going to happen? How am I going to build that new identity? So I've been using the mantras to just quietly assemble that, put that together. And I've been associating the organs with the chakras, with the mantras, and I've been putting them all together, mixing them all up, and sort of building this new creation as the superconscious medicine woman.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see what unfolds from this creation because You're just saying, hey, I'm being presented with my next phase and my next creation, and I'm just going for it
That
without,
one.
when we talk to people that yeah, they have ideas and that they're called, but they're not going for it. They're not actually taking the action. They get in their own way with their stories and the patterns and all that. And as we know, we are allowed to just have it.
That's how I've used the mantras to support me in that.
Well, I can't wait to see what unfolds. And thank you, Leslie, medicine woman, right?
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really have enjoyed this time and enjoyed the mantras.